What's going on, good people? Let me make sure that I have both of my videos turned on and that I am ready to go. Let's see if I can get the second one turned on here. There we go. Let me make a small adjustment. Make sure you guys can see me okay. I am so excited about today. I almost had my feathers ruffled. Let me pull this screen back and make sure you guys can see me on StreamYard as well. Make sure you guys can see me on Zoom as well. So I almost had my feathers ruffled, okay? Let me tell you. So this was sent out, this entire interest call was sent out via, let me see, am I unmuted? Yeah, I'm unmuted. Okay. Make sure my little bubble is bouncing. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. If you want to comment and let me know you can hear me, that would be good because it's showing me that I can be heard. Okay. I almost had my feathers ruffled on today, guys. All right. So to start this Start Now interest call, the first thing that happened when I opened up my Zoom account, there was no meeting there to start. None. Like, I was like, wait a minute. Everybody received a Zoom invite. Where is the meeting? No meeting there, whatsoever to be found. So I almost had my feathers ruffled on today, and I almost got a little bit outside of myself, but luckily, being prepared the way that I am, I had sent myself the link as well. And so if you guys are having any issues at all, jumping directly here into the Zoom, let me go ahead and apologize. I have no earthly idea what has gone on with that. Okay. I'm clueless. I don't know what's going on with it. And so I'm verifying really quickly now before I jump into this, that the streams are up and running, because I am seeing here, let me verify. I'm seeing here that I am live on this platform and I am moving on this platform. So it looks as though everything is kosher. Let me unmute for just a moment, make it a little bit of feedback. I pray not. Let's see here. Great. So the volume is good there. Thank goodness. And let me check out here. Let's see here. And the volume is good there. Woohoo! So at least technology is on my side today with regards to the streaming platform. I don't know what Zoom is doing today. Several of you registered for the Zoom today, and I apologize wholeheartedly if you are not able to click the link and it brings you directly into the Zoom with me. I have it open, so if you do figure out whatever went wrong on your end, I'm available to go ahead and admit you to the Zoom room, no problems asked. So I do apologize for that. But let me go ahead and jump right into what's going on here. While we're here, let me first say thank you guys for committing to being here. I see the live numbers going up. Wonderful. Thank you guys for committing to being here. Thank you for showing up for yourselves. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for showing up for your future. I greatly appreciate it. So if you see me looking all over the place over here, let me first say I have these lashes on. So that's one level. Okay. I have small eyes and I have lashes on, so y'all know I can hardly see. All right. On top of that, I have two cameras going here, so I can hardly see one camera and the other camera and everything going on at the same time. And number three, I'm also having my slideshow and my notes here to make sure I don't miss a beat and that I do not forget to give you the information that I need to give you. So let me verify on my phone here that I have my notifications turned off. So it is not sitting here dinging to death as well. And it looks as though I do have my notifications turned off. So let's jump right into this. So today's Start Now interest call is for a book anthology, and you are to start now with what you have and where you are. Okay. I will get further into that in just one hot second, but I want to know if any of you have had the opportunity to see what's on the screen. What's on the screen says, did you get your cheat sheet? So while I do a little bit of fumbling around here, please take an opportunity to go to cheatsheet.startnowcoauthors.com and go ahead and grab your cheat sheet. Why? Because even though I'm giving you information on today, let me tell you what Mr. Keith Tucker said, he is a mentor of mine. He said, note takers are money makers. And you know me, I'm the level up queen, and I like to add to that. So let me say, not only are note takers money makers, but number one, the pen or the pencil remembers more than you can. That's number one. And number two, if you are a note taker, it makes duplication easy because all you have to do is duplicate the notes that you took. If you do not take notes, you're left to your own devices. And you guys know when you get a couple of years on you, those devices don't work as well as when they originally did. Okay, so take some notes. Go ahead and print out that cheat sheet from cheatsheet.startnowcoauthors.com. And if you are an individual who has received this cheat sheet in the past, go ahead and jot it down again. I may drop a nugget you didn't get on a past presentation, okay? But let me also give you some advice with also, and please receive this, some advice with how to take notes. Now, I am not any type of school scholar, you know, I'm not a grammar scholar or anything like that, but let me help you with taking notes. Take notes in the first person. Take ownership of the notes that you take. You are here, you are receiving this information. This information is being freely given to you. So take ownership of the notes and the information that you are given and write it down in the first person. So you need to be saying to yourself, did I get my cheat sheet? And go ahead and go to cheatsheet.startnowcoauthors.com, print your cheat sheet out, and your cheat sheet should look similar to this. It is a one-page cheat sheet that I am going to give you some information on today. And I am hoping that you will be able, not I'm hoping, I know you'll be able to implement it. Okay, I've implemented it for 13 years and it works. So I know that you will be able to implement the information that I'm going to share with you on today. All right, so let's see if I can get over to the correct screen to navigate to the next screen. So the method that I'm going to teach you guys today, because I am a teacher, even though I'm here to extend you an offer, even though I'm here to give you some value, I am going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Why are you here? Why are you here today? So those of you who are able to type into the chat, go ahead and type into the chat why you are here. For some reason, Zoom just really messed us up, but my energy is still good and I'm still going to give you this good. So I'm not going to worry about it. You can't unmute and you can't chime in. That is so frustrating, but we will get through it. Why are you here? What are you here to get? Why are you watching the live? Why are you participating? Why are you here? What is your interest in the book anthology? Why do you need to start now? Okay, I need for you to know that with anything you do, not just for this book anthology, not just for, you know, catching the live, because I'm pretty sure you were probably scrolling along in your merry little Saturday, but I need to know why you stopped. What in you made you press pause? What in you made you continue to watch? I have no idea, but whatever that was, know why you are here, okay? Now, in this WAVE method, I have welcomed you to the stream. I have asked you that question, and so now it's time for me to give you some really, really good information. However, before I give you that information, I need to make sure you understand why I'm giving you the information, okay? The reason I'm giving you the information is because whenever I learn something, I always implement what it is that I learned, and then I turn around and teach it. It's called the L.I.T method. You want to learn something, you want to implement it, and then you want to teach it, right? So it's almost like you're hearing it when you're learning it, you're implementing it, so you're doing it, right? And then you're teaching it, so you're almost reteaching yourself, but you're getting feedback and energy and all that good from other people, right? So you always want to be learning, you always want to be implementing so you can get some results, and you also always want to be sharing and giving and seeding and sowing and teaching other people something that you have learned, right? So this is why I'm telling you to take notes in the first person and take ownership of the notes so it becomes yours. And now you don't have to worry about things like copyright infringement and all of that because you're taking it on as your ownership. You're writing down your clarity and your understanding from it. And now you're available to implement it. You know, put your little twist on it and everything, and then teach it, okay? And that is crucially important. So let's jump right into the very first thing that I need for you to understand. Who you're listening to. Hey y'all, my name is Martina Britt Yelverton, and I'm a brand master. I'm a cash flow queen. I am a youth lifestyle founder where I teach people how to hire their kids in their home-based business. I'm also a referral executive with the #1 financial makeover company, and I'm also a #1 Amazon bestseller. I am a 4-time published author and a 3-time featured speaker with the Dr. Cheryl Wood virtual conferences. So clarity, I kind of know what I'm talking about, and I've been blessed to be able to come onto platforms like this and share it with you guys. I am an ambassador with the Knightdale Chamber of Commerce. I'm also a mother of 4, a best friend of 3. Yeah, I got 3 of them jokers that deal with me. I am a dual serial softwarepreneur. And what I mean by that is that I'm always out here watching something, learning something, listening to something. I am a serial entrepreneur. Okay, so that's what I mean. Not only do I learn this for myself, but I learn it for you guys so I can simplify teaching it. All right. And I was aggravated about this at first because I'm like, I'm not quite 50 yet. And my son has gone out here and made me a gemma. So your girl is a gemma of 1. Yes, that is my beautiful Alani Rain Yelverton. Ain't she precious? She is the most gorgeous thing living on the planet Earth right now, because she's not crawling, she's not walking. In these pictures, she's only 2 days and 2 weeks old. Okay, so I believe as of yesterday, she hit 3 weeks. She's not even quite a month old yet, guys. But let me not get sidetracked, because y'all know I could talk about my grandbaby all day. So I am also a passionist for all things branding. I love branding. I love design. It is my passion. I love to educate. I love to teach, and I love to train. So here's a freebie. Go ahead and write this down. Y'all see me going through with this eyelash, right? Go ahead and write this down. blueprint.martinabrityelverton.com. And that'll get you some free training on how to jumpstart your brand development journey. There are lots of free videos there for you. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. So let's jump right into question number 2. How effective do you feel you would be right now with regards to your brand? How effective do you think you would be with all the bells and whistles that come along with it? And what I want you to do is I want you to write that number down. And the reason I want you to write that number down is because when I finish going through this information, and believe it or not, many of you have been to the 2.5-hour presentation. This is not that presentation, so don't worry about it. The information that I'm still going to share with you in this short 40 minutes is going to be paramount in you moving forward with, areas that you could have been stuck in with your brand. So write that number down. And for those of you who are going, okay, I'm on here, this is about a Start Now book anthology. What does a brand have to do with this? I'm so glad you asked. Stick and stay, and I promise you, you will get your answers, okay? For those of you who heard the question and was like, I don't even know what a brand is, so I don't know that I can write down a number. A brand consists of several crucial steps that you will learn during this time, but very simplified. A brand is you, okay? A brand is you, me. You're going first person. She said first person. So a brand is me. What do you mean? A brand is you. It is your entity. It is your product or service. It is your presence or absence. Now remember, if you have your cheat sheet up top, you're supposed to be filling out right here. A brand is you, your present, your absence, your product, your service. Okay, a brand is me. This is what you should be writing down. So make sure that you are taking your notes and you're saying a brand is me. A brand is essentially your promise to deliver. When you say you're going to be somewhere, I said I was going to be here, I'm here. When you say you're going to do what you want to do, what you have to do, what you need to do, you do it. A brand is your promise. It is your word to deliver. All right. So that is what a brand is. Now, why do you need a brand? Let me help you understand something. So I had this little situation set up for those who would be in here into the room live, and they would answer the question, but you guys can answer in the chat if you'd like. My question with regard to being able to do a little back and forth, which means I'm going to have to be the back and the forth. Number one, if I say the word less, you already know to say brown. right? If I say the word Oprah, you already know to say billionaire. Okay, I'm sorry, Winfrey. You automatically know to say Oprah Winfrey, Les Brown. What about if I say Dr. Miles? Would you know to say Monroe? Pretty much my culture would. All right, let's deal with another culture. Ed Milet. Most people would know to say Milet. Mel Robbins, okay? Whether you believe it or not, all of these individuals that I have just named, they have a brand. And why do they have a brand? So you will know who they are. So when they show up and they're present, you know who they are. Because if you don't have a presence, you're absent. Who hate when someone gets their numbers transposed when you're doing business and someone is out referring for you and they transpose the numbers on your business? There's no way you're going to get that contact, right? So if you are not there, or a print media, a piece of content is not there to give your accurate information, you're absent. These are one of the reasons, or two or three, or however many examples of the reason that I've given you for why you need a brand, okay? Now, even beyond that, when should you begin to invest in a brand, or when should you brand? Let me explain something to you. We're in 2021, so about 2016, so yeah, about 5 years ago, I was on a call listening to a Sunday night training with the June Collier. And on that Sunday night training, we were going through information about an event that was coming up for his company. And when he gave the information about the company, he shocked his own self and he said, that sounds pretty good. I own a piece of America. You know, if someone were to design a logo for that, I would definitely need to use it. I would promote it and I would get behind it. Trust and believe your girl was, what do they call it? Johnny on the money, ready on the spot, whatever you want to call it. I was ready. I couldn't get off that call quick enough. So I hopped off the call. I created the logo design and then I leveled it up and put it on a shirt. Why? Because I felt like everybody needed to know, hey, I own a piece of America. Guys, let me tell you, I'm in New York. I'm in an Uber, my first time ever being in an Uber. I arrive at the New York Bull, Wall Street Bull, on the little apex of this corner in New York City. I step outside of the car with my little people, and what do I see? I see hundreds of people in this company wearing this t-shirt. Guys, let me tell you, if I was not a believer for then, and that was back in 2017. Now, mind you, I've been doing this for over 13 years. If I wasn't a believer before, I was a believer right then. So guys, as soon as you start to believe in your purpose, in your passion, in your product, in your service, whatever it is, as soon as you start to believe it, that is when you should brand it. And let me give you one other example. One other example from Dr. Miles Monroe. He says on page 135 of Living with Purpose, he says to you that God wants you to risk. He wants you to move just because you believe him. He says that believing that things are going to work out, make plans, and by faith, release your dreams by saying, I know what I see, but I also know what I believe. Believe in his promises and expect him to move mountains for you. Guys, as soon as you start to believe, that is when you should begin to invest in a brand. So I ask this question a lot of times because even though we're in the digital world where everything is pretty much on a phone, even in this digital world, I say the printed business card is still crucially important. It is a point of contact. And even in this pandemic that we're still dealing with and coming out of, it is still a point of contact. Plus, you want the accuracy of your information to be exchanged by others referring and, working on your behalf. So I asked the question to know if you have some form of printed media on hand. And if you don't, I promise you, yes, digital is wonderful. However, as you all heard me say, this digital realm will fail you. You still need to have a plan B, and a business card can be your plan B. All right, so where is your brand found? Your brand is found everywhere. on business cards, on sticky notes, on apparel, on the digital online space, as well as offline on card magnets and banners, okay, on your mantras and on canvases. Your brand is found everywhere, okay? In addition to that, who should brand? Now, you guys just heard me drop this name just a few minutes ago. You saw the banners go across the screen where your girl has been featured on the same platform with Les Brown. That is my mother's legacy. I am walking out my mother's legacy. Okay. So when she passed in 2017, I was able to start going through and gathering and curating. And of course, you know me and my soft heart, keeping everything that I could possibly keep of hers. And I came across several pictures where she had actually met him. I saw an autographed book, and I saw where she was actually standing with him to get the autograph. Like, this is way back when, guys. Like, mom was, you know, that one. She did the Tom Joyner cruise every single year. She went to Essence Festival every single year. And at one of these events, she met him. However, you know your girl, the level up queen. What did I have to do? I have to continue to walk out her dream. I have to level that up. So your girl has not been featured. No, let me say it this way. Your mom was not featured in a book with Les Brown. However, your girl was and is and will be. So let me show you a couple of things here. So I'm going to show you 2 items here. This is called Women Crushing Mediocrity. These are 42 co-authors. All right. This is called You Are Enough. This is 70 plus co-authors. So your girl went from being featured in one book with 40 to almost doubling that and leveling up to being featured with not only Dr. Cheryl Wood, but now Dr. Cheryl Wood and Les Brown. We took it from one level and went to another level. And this November, we're taking it to another level. We're on a 4-day conference, and your girl will be in person with the Trent Shelton. So I'm telling you, who should brand? You, your kids. These celebrities are out here already branded. You are no different. You and your unique voice need to be heard. There's only one you. You are in charge of driving revenue into your household, and you can use your voice to do that. A very smart man told me that back in 2016. All right. So how should you use your brand? Again, now we're down at the bottom of your cheat sheet. How should you use your brand? You need to be able to speak your name and people know who you are. You need to have some representation of a logo design so that people can easily recognize you. You need to have a slogan or a hashtag, okay, so that people can bring back and recall again who you are. Obviously, you need to have your contact name on whatever the product is. You need to have a mobile number. Very rarely will you find landlines. So ensure that you also have your mobile number on whatever piece of content that you have that is out marketing for you, your web address, your email address, social media platforms, because some people will not call you. They will go and they will look at your social media. Why? Because people do business with other people, not specific companies. So they want to be nosy, yes, but they also want to know who you are, how long you have been doing this, whether or not they want to be a part of the plan or the project with you. They want to know more about you, and they will go look through your social media before they call you. Okay. And finally, we are in business to get paid, right? That's the only way you can leave a legal legacy, financially, is you have to get paid, and then you have to be frugal and you have to be a good steward over that money. So make sure that all of your material has a payment option. Some people will just pay you so they can hurry up and get the content and get moving on to the next thing versus wanting to know, how do I pay you? How do I get the money to you? So have your payment options on everything. So I'll ask this question here. How did I do? Was this information good to you? Are you able to understand it? Are you able to follow it? Does it make sense to you? Okay. I am hoping that you were able to get this and you were able to write that original number down and now come to this secondary number and that number go up. because you may not have been clear on exactly what a brand is. You may have thought it just specifically dealt with printed media. However, let me shake you up just a little bit. How effective do you feel you would be right now with your web media? What do you know or understand about a domain and all of its extensions? What do you understand about email, websites, web pages versus landing pages, hosting, maintenance? Do you know what an SSL is? Do you know what an SEO is? I asked the same question with regards to social media. How effective do you feel you would be with social media? Do you see how many platforms are still being created in an effort to allow us to be even more social, right? Let me show you something. So a few years back, that same mentor, Mr. June Collier, actually brought us into an MLSP framework where he taught us the 6 pillars of online marketing. And if you have no idea, you just heard me ask a very simple question. How effective do you think you would be with regards to your social media? All right. When you think about social media, these are the 6 pillars that he gave us with regards to how we viewed, utilized, marketed, and executed, and even monetized our brand. There were 6 steps. And if you notice, it's not just 6 steps, because each of these 6 steps have at least 5 questions. And these 5 questions help you to utilize your social media the way that you need to do it. So my hope and my prayer, and I already know that it should have, I hope this landed. I pray this landed. And this should have landed with you for you to understand. Now, let me go ahead and say this, because you may have said, well, I don't, hey, a brand, maybe this wasn't for me. Maybe I actually should not be here listening to this information. Let me help you with this, okay? Let me help you understand that you should allow this information to come to you, right? Because it may not be for you. However, let it flow through you so that it can get to someone that it is intended for. You will have the opportunity, because I chose to stream this wide when I saw that the Zoom was acting kind of hinky. I chose to stream this. So now you will have the availability to share this. So it may not be for you. All right. But it did come to you. So allow it to flow through you to whoever you know needs it. Someone may be struggling. And I'm going to speak about a startup and a struggling entrepreneur next because of this Start Now book project. But someone may be struggling, trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong in my brand? Let me help you. Everything that you see online ain't what it is. Okay. There is a lot of work that goes on in the background. My job is to help you simplify it. Okay. So what you understand here is the end result of putting together a simplified brand is what we're helping startup and even struggling entrepreneurs. So you're probably thinking, can we get to it? What does all of that have to do with the book anthology? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Okay. This is the offer. We have arrived at the hour. Thank you so much for the first 28 minutes of your time. So here we are. This is your opportunity to pre-plan, write the plan, and execute the plan to your first written word using your brand. So you have individuals that are out here that do not understand how taxing writing a book can be. So I'm helping you simplify your first written word in this method. So let me show you something. You just heard me show you 2 of the other books. So back in 2019, we launched the first journal, a 30 days and 30 ways journal to your self-improvement by your girl, the BrandMaster. I have rebooted that, and currently I'm on YouTube each day here in July, and we're walking through a step of the 30 steps. That is the number 1 thing. Okay, we launched that back in 2019. Then in 2020, we brought to the platform Youth Lifestyle Training, the Hire Your Kids Legal Tax Hat workbook, to help you guys work through the process of how to hire your kids in business. Both of these are published books on Amazon. Then your girl leveled up, and your girl became a co-author under the Dr. Cheryl Wood virtual conferences platform, and she became a number 1 best-selling author here with Women Crushing Mediocrity. You can go to wcm.martinabrityelverton.com and grab a copy of this book right now. Again, 42 authors. So do you all realize there are 40 other women who are promoting my chapter? because they're promoting their chapter in their book and I'm in the book. So that means 40 other women are promoting our manuscript together as a safe network. Let's move on beyond that because that's brilliant. So on Monday, we launched the campaign for You Are Enough. Now, we just finished the virtual conferences about 2 weeks ago, and I was featured, as you heard me say, on the stage, same platform as the Les Brown. 70 other, and actually, it was actually over 80 people were featured on that platform over the 3-day conference alongside me. But again, who wants to be featured? I am one chapter in a book of 70 chapters, right? And I only had to write one. But now there are 70 authors promoting their chapter along with my chapter. And again, we're working together as a safe network. All right. So if you're struggling with writing that first word, this is why you want to be a part of this project. Do you need help as a startup or a struggling entrepreneur? If you don't know how to start or establish a brand and you do not have yet a VIP that you can actually push and promote, check that out, guys. Right now, I've got 4 or 5 of them, 4 or 5 VIPs. This is my valuable intellectual passion. This is my valued intellectual property. This is my valued intellectual product because I'm amongst others. If you do not have that VIP created yet, this is why you need to be a part of this project. Now, I've created a safe network, a safe space within my network so that you can learn it, you can lead with it, you can level up, and finally, you can launch it, and you will end up with a brand, a book, and a VIP. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, exactly how does that work? What's included? Well, I'm so glad you asked. But before I answer that, who's my audience? Who am I pretty 100% sure who needs this? As a startup or a struggling entrepreneur, and you have no idea how to write that chapter, right? You want to write. You want to get the information out. You have a story. You have a passion. You have a product or a service, and you want to get it out. However, you don't have a backup plan. Like, what happens? How does it work? You don't have any type of plan in front of you, or you have a plan B and you're not worried about it, but there's a lack of production with the plan. All right. If you don't have a productive support system that are currently helping you with your income goals, then you might want to be a part of this project. If you have no safe network to learn the truth, because as you heard me say, even with social media and it said 6 steps, each one of those 6 steps had about 5 questions. And this was homework that we had to do. So we had to learn the truth about social media. You will learn that inside of this book project, right? About how to get postured, about how to get yourself branded, a simplified method to get it done. And you will be doing it alongside others who are doing the same thing with you. And finally, if I said before, you have no idea of where to even get started with a brand or how to even get that first chapter written, or what a VIP is, then I promise you this is for you. So again, if you're taking notes in first person, is this for me? Yes, it's for you. You know it's for you, all right? And again, the purpose is to help you as a startup or a struggling entrepreneur learn, lead, level up, and launch from a safe space. So here is what's included in the Start Now with what you have and where you are July anthology. The first thing that you're going to get is 7 hours of one-to-co-author learning with myself, the BrandMaster. So again, just like today, we're on here learning, we will have 7 additional weeks, 1 hour each, to get the information, to learn how to visualize, organize, implement, charge, and explode your brand, your book, and your VIP. You will get replays of all the sessions and the downloads of all the information that is taught during that one-to-co-author session. You will also be a co-author within the BrandMaster Safe Space Network. We will either deliver your brand together or we will review a brand that you may already have, right? You will be a part of the book journey and you will get your custom VIP product, passion, or proof produced, okay? You will also have BrandMaster graphics customized for you for this project pertaining to your brand. At the end result, you will get the complimentary book for yourself and a t-shirt so that you can begin to market. Now, if you're not a t-shirt person, no problem. Keep the t-shirt, use it for marketing. You are a part of the Start Now project. The end result, what you end up with, and most people, when they become a part of a project like this, they become a part of the project for one of three reasons. They're either coming in it just to get access to the people or to the network so that they can get educated from the network. That's one of the reasons. Number two, they come into it for some type of action. They're trying to motivate, move, go somewhere, do something, and they want to expand their network. A third thing that could happen is they're looking for advancements. They're trying to either elevate out of their network into another network, or they're trying to elevate within their own network, right? These are the things that will happen when you become a part of this project. You will get access to a pre-sale option so that you can generate profits to cover your investment. Yes, we're going to talk about the investment. There will be no, hey, it's this, and let's break it down, and here's your final price. I'm just going to tell you what it costs to become a part of this project, and that's that. You also will get wholesale access to purchase the Start Now book, and then you will be able to sell it and keep 100% of all the profits that you earn on your platform. So currently, we have 40 people who are available to sell this book. We have 70 people who are available to sell this book. Each one of those people keep their profits. Whoever they sell it to, they retain 100% of the profit that they actually invest. However much it is that they get paid, that's theirs. No one else touches that money. And you're probably going, I don't have a platform to sell it on. Again, that's why you're a part of the Start Now project, because you get one templated landing page for all of your promotions, and that templated landing page will have only your links, your images, and your merchant information attached. We go through that in the project, and again, you get access to the downloads, the checklist, the how-tos, and even more to continue to further develop your brand. So I hope that sounds good. And I don't even want to say hope. I know it sounds good because I put it together. Trust me, my team was like, you doing what? Sips tea. My team was like, you're doing what? Yes, they were not quite happy at first. All right. So let me give you a little bit about the timeline. You heard me say 7 weeks. So over the course of 7 weeks, during the time that is in between, you will be doing your homework. So yes, we meet for an hour. We either review or develop during that hour. However many co-authors sign on, we get the project done, and then you have a week because there's things that you have to do, information that you have to gather, maybe edits or changes that you have to make on your social media. You get that done during that time. So next week we start 11 a.m., 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. Is all a part of visualizing each of the brands, reviewing what we have in place, creating what we don't have in place, taking whatever we have in place to the next level. Then in August, we have 4 whole weeks to get all of that organized. We meet each hour. During the hour that we meet, you have homework that will deal with planning and scheduling, making sure that you are making time for the project. It's not going to take your entire week. However, people are busy and there are things that are going on in your week, and you want to make sure that you do have it organized so that you can set aside time to get to the expected end. So that is what happens during the 7 weeks, the 3 weeks left in July, the 4 weeks available in August, and then September, we are launching. We are launching the Start Now project. And we have a surprise virtual welcome address. I'm sure you guys can pretty much guess who's going to come in and do that. She's already agreed. Oops, I just dropped the gender. So you guys pretty much know who's coming in to welcome you guys to the Start Now project, to congratulate your accomplishment of getting to the end result in September. And on the 28th, we will launch our own Amazon bestseller campaign so that we can become Amazon bestseller authors. With more people working on the project, the end result will be we will be listed amongst bestsellers. Okay. And then we will also have a virtual event where you will come on between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. during that time, and we will talk about your brand and we will help you promote, okay? Then you have the balance of the year to continue to launch and charge, and this is yours. So now you're able to harvest, reap, receive, whatever word you want to call it, before you close out the year. And this is the best time to do it because closer to the end of the year, people are looking for ways to get started in the new year. And you will be able to show them your journey, and they will be able to follow the steps in this book of what all of the co-authors did to start now and establish a brand, a book, and a VIP. You want to be a part of the people or the process or whomever is helping to get that done. I promise you, you want to be a part of that, okay? Now, having heard all of that, how much would you invest? How much would you invest in being a part of this project? And let me recap for you. So again, I'll bring back to your memory because I've discussed a lot here in the meantime, bringing back to your memory what you get. On this project, you get 7 hours of co-author learning. You get the replays and the downloads of all the content. You get to be a co-author with the BrandMaster. You also get your brand developed or reviewed. You get custom brand graphics. You get a complimentary book and t-shirt. And this is a visualization of the t-shirt that's already in production. You also get access to a pre-sale option. Now, let me explain this again. It's not just a pre-sale for this. You could pre-sale for anything. The method, the steps are the exact same. All right. You also get wholesale access so that you can retain 100% of the profits. You get a templated landing page. And let me go ahead and tell you now, some of my brand clients who will be on this replay or who are catching this live will let you know right off top, my brand package starts at $15.99. And it does include a web presence. Most times it is a landing page. So that lets you know just the landing page alone. Remember, you have to go through domains, subdomains, emails. We have scheduling. We have a Google My Business page. We have a landing page. We have the development of your logo. We have your printed media. There are so many things that are included in that $15.99 package just to let you know about a brand. So you also get access to the downloads, the checklist, and the further development of your brand. So again, how much would you invest in this option? You can know what that is. You can tell me what that is. You can type that in the chat because this is a lot of really good information. And I wanted to make sure that I left it up to you to say, yeah, this is valuable. Yep. I need all of this. So back at the beginning, we determined whether or not you were the person who was in need of this. And if you were, then jump in. So like I said, it's not going to be a whole bunch of fluff and puff about the money. It is very simply $4.99. The full pay option to be a part of the Start Now with What You Have and Where You Are book anthology is only $4.99. That is the full pay option. We can use Zelle, we can use Cash App, we can use PayPal, we can use Stripe. We have so many different options. It's just easier just to drop one on the screen, let you guys know. And if you have questions, further questions about the project, when we get to the Q&A, you can have those ready to type into the chat. Or when we get further along in the project and you need to reach back out because you weren't here with us live and you actually need to catch the replay, or you actually need to reach out to me, you want to go to Martina at StartNowCoauthors.com and shoot me an email address and say subject line, replay question or investment question or project question. Go ahead and give me the subject line, but have it be about the Start Now project, so I will know to quickly jump on that and address that for you. Now, this is what is due if you want to do the full pay option. But I understand, looking at the date and the time, we're after the 1st for those people who work, and we're before the 15th. So what we decided to do, and my team was like, first off, you're crazy for $4.99, but since you know that's what you're doing, we also allowed you to secure your spot by paying the $199 deposit and then breaking out the balance over the course of the balance of the month. So you have the option of paying the $199 to jump right in on the project, secure your spot, Go ahead and be prepared to jump into the Facebook group. Go ahead and be prepared to receive your welcome email and be prepared for next Saturday's meeting at 11 a.m. You have the balance of the month to pay off the balance of your investment, okay? Now, before I move any further, I know I have some BrandMaster clients who have already said that they want to be a part of the project because they do want to write a book. They do want to have, a manuscript. They do want to tell their story, but they're not even sure where to begin. And so this was a breeze for them to understand that they could use this project and the brand that's already developed, that we've already gone through. They could use that brand to jumpstart their author career. In doing that, we created a BMC client special specifically for those who are already BrandMaster clients. And that price point is $2.99. And you want to go ahead and get that dropped in via Zelle, PayPal. However, if you use the BMC Start Now Coauthors.com link, that will allow you to pay in full, secure your slot, $2.99. You're good to go. Lots of your information is already developed, and you will be ready to jump right in when we start with the organizing to put it into the package. Now, you may be going, well, I think I had you design something for me. I am a BrandMaster client. So ask yourself, did I, the BrandMaster, design your logo or your logo text, your web design landing page, or a one-pager newsletter? Did I design any business cards, blitz cards, postcards, set up your domain, or create your e-signature, your banner, your car magnets, your social media posts? Did I do any of that for you using your logo? Remember, we're in the first person, so did she create any of these using my logo? If the answer is yes, then you qualify. You can use the special investment, waiving the $200 investment, and you will be a part of the project for $2.99. Okay, so you're asking what's next. What's next is understanding the count. How many authors are we looking for? Well, that depends on how many authors step in between tonight and next Saturday. All right, because next Saturday we start, and once this train has left the station, we're going to be trucking until we get to the final end, and we're ready to produce this book for September. We have to cover brand development or a review. We have to ensure that your domain, your e-signature, your business registrations, your social media, your voicemail, your scheduling is all set up and ready to go by the time September gets here. We want to make sure that all of your customized brand graphics are complete. We want to make sure that you get your complimentary book and your t-shirt, that you have access to go through and walk through the pre-sale options to go ahead and start generating profits. The young lady that teaches this pre-sale option, it is in a pre-recorded method. You get all of the steps. Literally, you're watching it, and at the same time you are posting or you're emailing or you're printing out exactly what she is saying to do to start and launch your pre-sale options to go ahead and cover your investment. We have to adjust all of the landing pages, and all of that is based on the end result of every single week, making sure that we're complete. So that is really dealing with how many authors sign in, getting through each step as quickly as we possibly can in excellence, not perfection, getting it done in excellence so we can be ready to produce. So again, if you are a BrandMaster client, then go ahead and handle that receipting process, remitting process, in investing yourself, and get it done. And go ahead and get your first manuscript written. And then I'm going to go ahead and post the links again for your viewing pleasure. And I will come back to the screen and let it sit for a few minutes in case you're trying to get all of this written down. If you're not, do a screenshot. Go ahead and do a screenshot. And this will be sitting on both the platforms, Facebook and YouTube, so you can come back to it and watch it as well. So if there are questions, then now is the time to go ahead and type those into the comments so that I can see those now. However, I have access to both of these streams, and I will be looking for questions afterwards just to ensure that I have everything that I need to answer your question and that you have everything that you need to make an informed decision. So I just want to give a little hand clap to myself for going through every single bit of my notes here, ensuring that I covered every single thing that I needed to cover. Because you know your girl, when she gets into educating and training, she gets excited, and I will run over my time. And I'm excited because it does not look like I have run over my time. But I also realize it's because of the technical difficulties that are going on with Zoom. And again, it's out of my hands, but I do apologize on behalf of Zoom for this situation. But you have everything that you need. You have your links, you have your deadlines, and you have the opportunity to share this with someone else. You can grab that Facebook link, you can grab that YouTube link, and you can share it with someone else that you know wants to write a book. And you can give them this information, because not only will they be writing a book, but they will be developing their brand, and they will come out on the end with their own VIP, the opportunity to market and advertise inside of the book. And you will have other co-authors who are on the same project with you, promoting just like you. Okay, so I hope this makes sense to all of you. I pray that it lands with you. I hope and pray and wish the absolute best for you along this journey. Again, my name is Martina Britt Yelverton. I am your brand master, your cash flow queen, and I am the founder of the Youth Lifestyle Training, Hire Your Kids Legal Tax Hack. And I hope that you came to this. And even if you choose not to receive the offer, even if you choose not to walk this journey out and become a part of this Start Now journey, that you will take this information and that you will use it, that you will better serve your people, because now you understand how important your own brand is, and that you will help them understand that they are valued, that they have a purpose, that they have a plan, and that you would love to be able to share with them even this cheat sheet. You will be able to help them understand how they need to begin their journey towards a profitable brand. That's all I have for today. So I'm excited that we were able to get through it. I am going to end the stream now. I am available via comments. If you guys catch this on the replay and you want to drop comments in it, it will notify me, and I'll be able to answer those at that time. So thank you again for your time today, to your success. I greatly appreciate you jumping on this stream and you watching this for yourself, and that you will share it with someone else. I'll talk to you guys on the flip side.